Today I'm here to review the latest edition of the Royal Enfield bikes, the Royal Enfield Meteor. I try to cover all the features, the specs, the small details that you may like to know about. I have also tried to include the differences among the bikes. Along with it, I've also tried to show how the tripper looks like, how you can connect to the bike and start with the navigation. In case if you have any more questions regarding those bikes, please let me know in the comment section and I'll be happy to answer you.
Morning everyone, this is Shubh, and first thing I would like to tell you is I am right now in a Royal Enfield showroom. I am not at all a fan of Royal Enfield. Classic, I pretty much hated it for the vibration, but this is what I am here today. Today I am here to check out the new bike of Meteora 350 obviously, and this is what we have. The first glance if you look at, you can definitely think it's another Thunderbird with the yellow color. This is the standard variant or the basic variant which they call as the Fireball. And let's start with the engine. The engine is a 349cc 4-stroke air and oil cooled engine. They in fact mentioned that it is both air and oil cooled. I didn't find any radiator over here, but what they have mentioned that they have put it internally and oil cooling along with it. The engine pretty much creates 20.2 bhp at 6100 rpm, which is higher than what we have in the Royal Enfield other 350 engines. Along with it, it also produces 27 Nm of torque. So the engine is meshed with 5-speed gearbox. The fuel tank that you're looking at is a 15 liters fuel tank, which is of course 3 liters less than what we have in Thunderbird, but it's again 15 liter will be definitely giving you a good amount of kilometers when you're riding or traveling across the cities, and also going outstation for your tools. The chassis, although it looks the same, but they have changed the chassis. They have put in a twin down tube spine frame. I'm not sure about the technicality of that, but they have mentioned that it's a different frame all over. The tires, yes, now we already have a tubeless one with alloy wheels. You can see that the front section is 110 and the size is 19 inches. The rear that we look at, this is Seat. Motor tires are from Seat, and the rear section is a 140 and a standard 17 inches wheel. And the tail lamp, you can see that is a round tail lamp that we usually see in vintage bikes. The basic version that they call as the Firewall does not have a backrest. This particular part for the grab rail is a plastic or a hardened carbon. The seats looks soft enough, not too soft, but yes, it looks comfortable. The petrol tank also has a fuel tank cap, so dirt and dust does not go in from inside. This is how the console looks like. There's no much of reflection. I'm not sure if you're able to see that. And this particular part is for the tripper, which will help you with the navigations when you're traveling across. One new thing I definitely saw in the handlebar is the way these switches are. I have not seen in any bike till date like the way this switches looks like. This particular red switch is for the ignition, engine off. This is engine start, and if you crank it, it'll start the engine. And on the other hand, on this side, we have it for the headlights. This is for the pass, and this is for high beam and low beam. Headlight is standard round headlight that you see in the other REs, and along with it, it also has a circular LED DRL. The indicators are round. Don't believe this is LED indicator. This is standard bulbs. If you talk about the next feature, it is a feature that this RE has made along with the collab with Google. To go ahead and start using it, you have to use your phone. There is an RE app that you have to download and install. Once you sync it, and when you open it, you have to sync it with your motorcycle, and it will use your phone's GPS to go ahead and sync with your motorcycle and show your navigation screen. I'll definitely go ahead and show you how it looks like if I am getting a chance. This particular variant that you're looking at is called the Fireball. This is the yellow variant. Other than that, we also have it in red. The primary difference between these is this particular Royal Enfield logo that you're looking at. It comes in a normal sticker or a normal old logo. It's a 3D engraved sticker which has been pasted. It does not have any backrest. Rest, all of the features, the seat height and everything remains the same. Other than that, we do have other two variants which I'll be showing you shortly. I do want to mention this for long rides and all. We do use our phones for navigation. So this particular bike also comes with a USB port. Let me see if I can show it to you. It's over here, if you can see it. It is also covered with a small cap, rubber cap, and there's this normal USB cable that where you can connect your charger and charge your phone while you're traveling, which comes in handy because you already have a navigation system built in, and along with that you also have a charger. So if you can put in a tank bag on this particular bike, it's a metal tank, you can definitely attach a metallic tank bag or a standard tank bag, and you can navigate across miles.
This is the second variant, which is called a Stellar. This is the red color. Other than that, they also have two other variants. One is a blue one and the other is a black. This is exactly the same bike that we have in Fireball. The engine is the same, everything is, and even the rest of the specs remain the same. Only difference is this Royal Enfield logo that you're seeing over here. That is different, and for the pillion you have a backrest. Then everything remains the same alloy wheels, same gears, same shock absorbers, front and back, same tires, everything is the same. And I just wanted to mention that ABS comes as standard, dual channel ABS for this bike, and you can get a 320mm front disc and a 280mm rear as standards. One more difference I just noticed is this brake lever is in chrome for the Stellar version and black for the Fireball version. Other than that, I didn't find any difference from the headlights to the tail lamps to the indicators. Everything remains the same. This is how the console looks like from the rider's point of view. It has two separate consoles. The right hand side has the tripper. The left hand side is the basic console, which shows the speed, the kilometers that you have traveled, the time, the gear position. Along with it also shows you on the left hand side the battery status and the neutral if you're in neutral gear, and the engine status. The right hand side in the tripper, it also gives you the turn by turn navigation. I think in the daytime also it is pretty visible, it's pretty good. Royal Enfield has done a good job in this one.
This is how the tail lamp looks like once again. Hit the brakes. Thank you. The horn is loud and clear. I just made my first ride and this bike was really impressive. Although the wheelbase is long, it may look big and it weighs 191 kgs, but when you're riding you do not feel the weight at all. Even I took a couple of U-turns, took it in small lanes, and even if I'm going inside the small lanes, I didn't feel the weight either in my hands or anywhere. Taking U-turns, there was no issues with the weight. Even when you're pushing the bike, sitting on the bike, it was nice. I am 5'10" and I didn't have any issues reaching the ground. Is this only the one seat variant that you have, or do you have a different seat variant? For the seats? Okay, we also have 3 variants from the seat. We just got a confirmation, and I'll get the details on. I'll quickly show you how the tripper function works and how navigation works. And from your phone you can go and type any location. You can start any location.
Meenakshi Mall.
Meenakshi Mall. Okay.
Get directions.
Get directions. You get
and navigate.
And navigate. Okay.
Then it will show you there.
And this is how it exactly looks like.
Approximate the kilometer, and for 30 meters you have to take right.
Correct.
Whatever.
This is how it looks like, guys. What shows the distance and exact turn by turn navigation it goes and shows you. My camera keeps changing the focus, so and that's pretty much about the bike. The headlight, you can see it. There is a small ring glowing around it. Once you start the bike, the main headlight will start glowing. And I'm pretty impressed with the bike, I have to say that. Although I'm not much of an RE fan, but yes, this bike is something that has definitely got my hands on. I loved riding it, although it was a short trip, but yes, it was a beautiful bike. I would definitely mention that.